I hope you didn't go too far, but thank you for returning. My guest with me now is Mike Lowry, who is a natural health practitioner based in the West Midlands, and also I have Clinton Sellers, who is an entrepreneur and a health educator. We appreciate you gentlemen taking the time to be here with us on Liberty Hour. Welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Well, you are welcome.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure having you both.
Welcome on board, guys.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, now you just had a demonstration of a piece of equipment from the 1940s that is still relevant to today's lifestyle. I understand that both of you are in the nutrition business,
Absolutely.
complementing each other in a wonderful way. Tell me how you got involved in the first place. Why did you get involved?
Well, I was a corporate director in a business and very ambitious and wanted to get away from all of the stress because stress isn't good for health. And so I got quite interested in health, and there was a home-based business which was available from a company called Nature Sunshine Products. And I'd heard about them quite a lot, and it's a company that's been around for nearly 4 decades. The first company in the world to encapsulate herbs, and they were offering this home-based business, and I thought, well, it'd be great to have my own business, which I can have work when I want to work, but without all the stress. So I started off that way, and before I knew it, I had this incredible urge to want to learn about health and about how different nutrients could help people's health. And over the last decade, the business has grown significantly, and it's just helping people in all different health aspects with different vitamins and nutrients and all different types of organic supplements.
Well, touch on that in a minute. How did you get involved?
I got involved in health because my family members suffered with various different ailments. My mother suffered with rheumatoid arthritis, and also my dad had diabetes. So subsequently it just felt a natural progression for me to look at health in a lot more depth. And 26 years later.
You don't look 26. You don't look 26.
Yeah.
What are you standing with?
I'm trying to walk the talk, practice what I preach.
Okay.
Seems like he really does know something.
Yeah. I'm so Hollywood. When you're the winner. Right, so tell me about the products that you're involved in then, and what are the benefits?
Well, there are so many different products that we have, but there are some ones which are more popular than others. So maybe if I just concentrate on some of those. And for example, this product here, Protein, this is one of our best-sold products, fills a dietary gap that people have in the diet today because of the modern food that we're eating, the different food habits that we have.
We have supermarkets that are packed. Shelves that are packed, and you say there's a problem with the food that we're eating. What kind of problems?
Well, when you go down the shopping aisles, it's just full of refined and processed foods. These modern foods that companies have made not for health reasons, but to stay on the shelves longer. They lack nutrition, and often they're refined to give them a better taste. But in doing so, it strips all of the nutrition out of the actual food. So one thing that we're finding in most Western countries across the world is that people have substituted a type of food that we should be eating in the morning, which is protein, for carbohydrates.
Hang on a minute. In England, we have what is known as the English breakfast.
Yes.
Fried bacon, which I don't eat. Fried sausages. Fried eggs. Black pudding. And some other things that are fried. And you're saying that protein food is what we should be eating.
Well, the body's designed to have protein. That's a good example because...
Is that really what you're advocating?
Right, we need the protein, not all of the saturated fat that comes with that particular example of the British diet, because the British diet's probably not the best from a health point of view. But if you go onto the continent in Europe and quite a few countries across the world, you'll see different protein foods still served as the breakfast. But if you come into the UK and different Western countries, you'll notice people are eating cereals and different carbohydrate foods. And what happens is that the body, we have those in the morning, the body's designed to have protein first, but when we have the carbohydrates, it shoots up our blood sugar, and mid-morning, our blood sugar crashes, we lack energy, and we start craving biscuits, crisps, and different types of food like bread and different refined foods.
I need to pull you back because I mentioned earlier about bacon, sausage, and all those. I don't touch those things.
Yeah.
Just in case our viewers think that I've been converted, because for the last few weeks I've been talking about I'm totally vegan. I've been talking about whole food, plant-based diet.
Well,
I suppose what I'm trying to pull out from you is what's the best protein to take in the morning?
Okay, well, vegetable proteins are the finest types of proteins that we should have.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, when you study nutrition and you're looking at life, because food is life force.
Yeah.
That's the essence of life. It's life force. And so if you look at something, look at food and it's got life force, then you
My life force.
Life force.
It's got roots going on.
Well, not almost. Food has got an aura around it. And subsequently, when you eat live food, which has got a multitude of enzymes and minerals and vitamins, it's going to give you that sort of vitality and energy. Consequently, when you're eating food which is being cooked, it's depleted of all of those.
So dead food, basically.
And that's what, and as a society, it's a big problem because we almost got this ingrained as normal. Normal is now abnormal. Does that make sense?
So when someone hears the word nutrition,
Yes.
what should they think of?
Live food. You look at an apple. An apple's live. Yeah?
So if it can grow itself, it's live. So anything with a seed in it. Well, I'm just thinking about grapes that have been devoid of seeds.
Yeah.
Are they live?
Yeah. Well, they're what we call hybrid food.
Oh wow.
So food now is, is being sort of manipulated for the masses. As Clinton said, we've got food on the shelf now which has got longevity. I've got a food when my mother was alive, and it still looks as good as if I bought it yesterday. Yeah, so that's quite interesting,
I did an experiment recently. I bought some food and left it in the cupboard. Some soy-based food, and left it in the cupboard for 6 weeks, and it still looked okay after 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's built to last as opposed to built to perish within a 3 to 4 day period.
Absolutely.
There's different things that are happening today. Things are being picked right before they're ready to be picked, so they've got a bit more longevity. They go into cold storage plants before they get into the shops, so they're losing nutrition there as well.
Like a couple of avocados I tried to buy earlier, and they were like stones.
Yeah. And then they're even putting today enzyme inhibitors on to actually stop the natural enzymes in the food to break the actual food down. The problem there is that when we eat foods, plant foods, we need those enzymes that naturally occur to complement our own enzymes to digest, so people are having lots of digestive problems too. And when on that question that you're asking before about with breakfast and the types of foods, the reason why this product I mentioned, Sign Protein, has been so good for us and so many people, is that it's actually helped get over a few of the problems that have happened to today's society, which is we've got a huge increase in diabetes, we've got a huge increase in heart disease and different health problems that occur due to the wrong types of foods being eaten at the wrong time of the day, like carbohydrates in the morning. If we have protein in the morning, and Sign Protein is it's non-genetically modified soya, so it's non-GM, and it's got cruciferous vegetables in here, lots of antioxidant-rich vegetables. When you have that in the morning, within a couple of days, people notice it's balanced the blood sugar, they have more energy, more stamina, and it's really noticeable because we're giving the body what it's designed to have.
And how do you have it? Is it like a milk when it's finished, or what does it look like when it's made up?
You mix it really, because everyone's taste is different. Some people mix it with water, some people mix it with juice, something that's a healthy drink. And if you mix it, you're making like a smoothie with it. So there's a scoop in there, you just put one scoop in, and it's a very easy drink to have.
Whoa. It sounds as if you might be contradicting yourself, or are you saying that this is a food supplement?
This is food.
This is a food supplement. So advocating a healthy diet,
Yes.
but in addition to a healthy diet, have that as well.
Yes, this is actually, I'm glad you brought that point up, because this is something that we're really passionate about putting as a message across to people. People need to eat the best they can, eat organic foods, eat whole grain foods, eat all the foods that are good in nutrition, and then we use supplements to fill dietary gaps that we still have in the diet, and that's really where these supplements come into.
So I take it because the nutritious value of the food that we are eating today is so poor. Our body is craving for it, but it's not getting it.
Yes.
But there is products that are available on the market that will complement what our body needs or what we're not getting out of our food.
I mean, it's been sort of catalogued through the last few decades now, what has been done to the food. And to just go to the shop now and read the labels, you're seeing additives, preservatives, and if you honestly think that's not going to affect you incrementally over the years, you're sort of misguided. And so the company I've endorsed, and I've done a lot of research over 26 years, highly, is a company called Nature Sunshine, because the essence of this company is education. You know, they educate you so you can comprehend the sort of misguided sort of mentality of eating haphazardly. You know, that's what happens, because because your body's such a fine-tuned machine, so to speak. If you're putting the wrong fuel, you're going in the wrong direction, and it causes a multitude of problems.
When you pick up on that point, what are some of the deficiencies then that people are facing with the modern diet? What are they facing? Apart from the fibre, we know that food is devoid of fibre, we said that earlier. What are they facing?
I think the key factor is enzymes. Enzymes, you know, and key vitamins and minerals, those things which we got from the soil, which is depleted. This is why Nature Sunshine, with, let's say, the Zambrosa product here, a highly excellent exotic drink, which pulls all the best potent exotic ingredients from around the world, which acts as a scavenge all the free radicals which are in the food. So we need to source good quality nutrition, and there's a lot of organisation out there, but this is like I would say, the Manchester United.
The lines are now being opened so that our viewers can call in and participate in this subject of nutrition, and you can speak to Clinton and also to Mike about what is so special about their product and the benefits from it, and also maybe some of the issues that you may be having concerning your own health and nutrition. So on the screen now you will see the number. Give us a call and let's give you some information that's vital to your health.
You said enzymes. Enzymes. What kind of enzymes? I mean, from a health perspective, we've got enzymes in our body. We need enzymes to actually process our food. So what enzymes particularly are missing from our foods that are so important for us to take on board?
Well, the food enzymes, you know, such as your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. These are things that are, enzymes are basically complex proteins, and these are the catalysts, these are the spark flow for all your biochemistry sort of operations, so your breathing and everything else like that, talking, moving. And when you're not eating the right food and you don't have the right supplementation, what you do then is actually the body starts to secrete. It draws on itself. So you're drawing on, it's like drawing on an empty bank. Well, you're going to deplete your bank account, and you keep eating cooked food. You've got no comprehension of how food is. You just eat because, like the young lady said previously, with your eyes and your nose, and no sort of nutritional understanding.
So what raw foods are you advocating? I see a Swede. Would I eat a Swede raw?
Well, you're looking at, your vegetables. You know, you can lightly steam your vegetables, very, very lightly, like 2-3 minutes. You can then look at soups. You know, you can get cold soups. You can have kefir. It's a fantastic kefir. Kefir is from Turkey, and that's basically cultured milk. Yeah, which is very good. They used to have it traditionally. Salad, a myriad of salad. So, you know, once you start eating on those sort of line, and quinoa and amaranth, and people say, what are these people? I said, well, you need to get your nose dirty and start getting along with Nature Sunshine.
Yeah.
And this coming
Quinoa
because...
is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Quinoa. And a lot of our viewers may be looking at rice as their staple carbohydrate, but what we said over the last few weeks is the rice is actually quite depleted. You know, some of us need to wear glasses to look at the rice, it's so white. But really we should be looking at food with fibre as opposed to the other stuff. But it's fantastic. Now, tell me about garlic and the potency of garlic.
Well, garlic's a really interesting herb, actually. I mean, if you look at the actual history of it, the folklore of garlic, you hear about it keeping spirits away, bad spirits away. And the reason being is centuries ago, they actually used to believe that ill health came through bad spirits. Because they didn't really understand about health problems and different illnesses.
There's still some cultures that I was reading Independence today, that there are still some cultures who are classifying their older generation as certain types of people because they believe that the problems are caused by these older people in the communities.
Yeah, it's incredible, and all of this folklore and mythology and everything else. When you actually look at the reasons behind it, the people that actually had garlic in the homes weren't just hanging garlic out to keep spirits away, they're actually cooking with it in the kitchen. And inside garlic, there's a very powerful active ingredient called allicin. And allicin is one of, or garlic, in a natural, garlic that's whole garlic, with the allicin in it, is one of the best natural antibiotics that there are. And if you look in countries like Russia in the last war period, the hospitals were actually using that as their antibiotic. They actually called it Russian penicillin. The problem today is, first of all, garlic's great, and it's fantastic in a supplement form too, but the biggest sold supplement, garlic supplements, are actually odorless garlic supplements. Now, to actually make odorless garlic, you actually have to remove the active ingredient, allicin, so there's hardly any there at all. So it actually has no benefit for the immune system whatsoever. Helps the cardiovascular, but not the immune system.
So really, we should be eating garlic in its raw state.
In its natural raw state, because
how do you eat it so that your breath doesn't smell?
It's difficult, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Swallow it like a pill.
Creative cooking.
I suppose there has to be some sacrifices to get some benefits.
I tell you what I normally do. I get clients juicing lemon, like 2 lemons with some warm water, and slicing 3 garlic in the morning as that. And failing that, I get them to use Nature Sunshine product, because I know that the beauty of this product, the products we've got here, is organic, and that's the key. That's the key factor.
If I could just mention something here too, is that I'm all for eating the best you possibly can. Supplements are to fill dietary gaps, and when there is a way, like the garlic as an example, that's a great way to supplement. And what you can do is, with the garlic tablet, it gets coated in chlorophyll. This is what Nature Sunshine do. Chlorophyll actually takes away the odour, and it's enteric-coated, so it doesn't actually break down until low down into the GI tract, so you don't get the repeating in the taste, but you get the benefits because it's very high in allicin.
A number of our viewers out there may well be suffering from digestive problems.
Yes.
Things like irritable bowel, constipation, hiatus hernia, you name it, they've got it. How can what we're talking about actually help them?
Oh, where can you start? I mean,
let's start with irritable bowel, because it's a common problem in the West.
Yes. Once again, a good understanding of food. Once you understand that food, there's an art to eating. That's the book I want to write, is The Art of Eating. If food, once again, is mismanaged in any which way, it can cause a multitude of different enzymes to be released in the body, causing fermentation and also causing putrefaction. So
bloating.
yeah, bloating, and your body has this innate wisdom of talking to you. So when you, let's see, have you ever ate something and all of a sudden you feel bloated, or you feel really fatigued, or you feel tired, so your body talks to you. So surely if you're not listening to signals, you know, all you're gonna do is get, you know, degenerate and feel tired and, you know, lackluster, and also it affects you spiritually and mentally and everything which way. So I'm saying to people, look, fill the dietary gaps now, because we are in revelation time as far as I'm concerned, meaning that, you know, food is not as what it used to be. So we need to get the sustenance from, you know, good organic source food or good organic source supplements, period.
Okay, anything to add to that?
I have, yeah. When someone's got irritable bowel, it's so common these days.
It's very common.
I mean, what Mike was talking about is really interesting as well, because when we eat a lot of food, especially refined foods, they're so depleted in nutrition. A lot of nutritionists call them empty foods. They go into the body and they ferment, and they cause this bloating, don't they, in the abdominal area. That interferes with the actual muscle contraction of the bowel, and people can develop problems that way. They take everything other than sorting the actual problem out that caused the problem.
Symptoms.
Yeah. Someone that's got irritable bowel digests about 30% less protein. So they're eating the protein, but they have 30% less in the actual assimilation process because their bowel isn't working properly. Often they don't have enough fibre in the diet, because in the UK we have on average about 12 grams of fibre a day.
I believe we have a caller.
Okay, fantastic.
Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Oh, hello. I just was interested in